Welcome folks, this is Technoformer from HackApp. Don't forget to subscribe our channel HackApp, and if you find this video worth, then do give it a thumbs up. In this video I will show you how to install Parrot Security OS on VMware. It will be applicable to almost all lower version like Parrot 3.2 or even lesser than that. So without wasting any moment, let's begin. Just follow me. Just now go to your VMware. I have VMware Workstation 12 Pro version. So here I will see multiple options in here. So what should we choose from here? Now we have to choose this, create a new virtual machine. I'll hit it. Now this setup wizard came for installing or what type of installation you want, typical installation or custom installation. Typical installation is for new who are new to this field and don't know anything about this really any good. So we should choose this typical method. A guy who is well known with this can use this custom advanced method. This is for modifying your hardware and everything for more easy compatibility as well as performance. So in this video I will show you how to install Parrot 3.5 in typical method, as this is written in bracket recommended. So I'll go for it. I'll hit next. So in this it is asking for your ISO file. So we are not going to give this in any disk format, so I will give its direct image. So I'll browse the file for it. I have my file in this Debian based Linux, and here I can see my Parrot full version 3.5. Now one thing guys, if you are using 64-bit, then you must mount this on 64-bit VMware according to your Windows bit version. If you are using 32-bit window, then you must install 32-bit Parrot on this VMware, because you will have no option for 64-bit in this VMware. And if you are using 64-bit Windows, then you can easily go and download the 64-bit, and the 64-bit is more versatile than the 32-bit, because it will be having more performance than the usual 32-bit operating Parrot system. So I have 64-bit. I will hit open. Now don't worry about this warning. This warning is useless actually. According to me it is useless. If you want to read, then you can read. I'll proceed next to it. Now it is asking you to provide the guest operating system. So this Parrot is Linux operating system. So I'll hit Linux, and in this you will find many Linux based OS. So in this, what should you choose? I recommend you to choose Debian 8.x if you are having 32-bit, or else if you are using the 64-bit, then you must choose Debian 8.x 64-bit. This is I have mounted 64-bit Parrot 3.5. Then I will only use 64-bit. I will not go for 32-bit because it will not give me any result installing it on 32-bit. So I will hit for Debian 8.x 64-bit. Now we'll hit next. So now it is asking for your virtual machine name. So I will type Parrot 3.5. Now in the second option it is showing you the location where it will be installed, and you can choose any area or any hard disk location for installing this 3.5 Parrot version. So I am satisfied with the C drive, and I will go for it next. Now it is asking for disk space, how much you must allocate for this. The recommended space for every Debian based Linux is 20 GB, and I am sure that this 20 GB is enough for this. If you're thinking to give more, then if you have more space, then you can always give a more, because more is better for operating system to operate it easily. Now it is telling me 20 GB, and I will give it on 20 GB. Don't lesser this, because making it to 15 or 18 GB or any lesser than 20 GB will compromise with its performance of the Parrot. So I am satisfied with the 20 GB, and in this second we'll see this two option: store virtual disk as a single file or split virtual disk into multiple file. In this, I will always recommend to use the first option, store virtual disk as a single file, because it will create a one file rather than multiple file storing here and there on your specific drive you have directed. In this, split virtual disk into multiple file will increase the virtual machine performance, but it will compromise with your original system, which is Windows you have. And if you are storing this has moderate facility to provide both Windows as well as Parrot work easily. So rather than going this, I will go to here, and here you can see some small dialogues written here, some wording written here. Splitting the disk makes it easier to move virtual machine to another computer, but may reduce performance with very large disk. So if you have 2 TB, 5 TB, any greater than 1 TB, then you should leave the second option and move for first option. I have 1 TB hard disk, so I'll move for first option. Now I'll proceed next. Now in this we'll see the whole brief description of the system. It is going to be ready in a moment. So in this I'll hit customize hardware, and I have 12 GB RAM with me, so I'll provide it 2 GB RAM for me. Either you can move this virtual rocker to 2 GB, or you can just directly input the put the numbers for 2 GB allocation. So 2 GB will be equal to 2048 MB. If you want to calculate, then multiply 1024 into the specific amount of GB you want to give to your Parrot to work on. So I'll press enter to make it fix. Now you can see this memory has changed 2048 MB. Now we'll hit finish. As you can see, this 3.5 virtual file is now ready, but is not yet ready. So we'll hit power on the virtual machine. Now it has connected to multiple devices which I have connected to. So I will leave this. No need to worry about the dialog. Now in this you will see this multiple options. So this is telling automatic boot in 14 seconds, 13 seconds. So we'll go for installation, our custom installation we want. Rather than going for system installation, that system primarily installed setup, we will not go for primary system installation. We'll go for our own installation. So in this we'll hit install, and here we'll see you have to control the options using arrow keys and enter button to go into it. So in this we have 3 options: standard install with GTX GUI, install with speech synthesis. So in this we will not go for standard installation because it is more complex and it has no better GUI. So in this we'll choose GTX GUI. The last option I have no particular idea on this, so we will go for install with GTX GUI. Hit enter. Now it is preparing and mounting up the files which is required to install. Don't worry, this invalid argument, don't see this, all this, it is actually making a process, so it is not much important. Now we'll see this options to select language. So I have English and then I'll choose only English, then press enter, and it is telling you to choose your location. It has so many of location, you can choose any of these, you can choose others even: Zimbabwe, Zambia, United Kingdom, United States, South Africa, Singapore, Philippines, and many more options. So in this we'll go for United Kingdom. It is not specific that you must choose your country location where you're living. It is not necessarily like that. You can choose for any. I can choose Nigeria, I can choose Singapore, I can choose Zimbabwe, I can choose anything. So I will choose for United Kingdom. We'll continue now. In this, it is asking you to provide the keyboard layout, what type of layout it is using. Either it is British English or American English, anything. So it has multiple options in this, really multiple options. So here I will see for only British English because my keyboard layout is of British English. Then I'll press enter. This installation process will take really a few minutes depending on your processor speed. If you have really better processor speed, then it will happen within 15 minutes or even less than that. So here it is asking for root password. Root password means your login password to enter Parrot Security OS after this installation. So I'll type my password over here, the password I want. The same I'll type here over here. Retype the password to verify. So we'll hit continue. Now it is asking for the name, to give the full name to your Parrot. So Parrot account, actually not Parrot account. You gonna have to give any better name. But one thing guys, you can't give it root. This root is only allocated for Parrot Security OS, and you can't use this root name to give it a proper name. So root is not acceptable over here. Root will be denied. If I type root and continue, then it will go back to same process and ask for a new name, because the root is actually allocated and only for Parrot Security OS. Now here I will type for my name. I will type hack app. Here I will next press continue. Now here you see multiple options in this. So here you can see multiple options in this. It has 4 options: guided use entire disk, guided use entire disk and set up LVM, guided use entire disk, set up encrypted LVM, or manual. So in this we'll use this entire disk which we have allocated earlier few minutes of this. Like we have allocated 20 GB, so we'll allocate the whole 20 GB to the Parrot. Now I'll press continue. Now here you will see the single option for this. We'll now proceed for it. If you have multiple options, then you have to choose only this option, SCSI1000 SDA. SDA is the fixed allocated disk space we have given to this Parrot to boot into it. So if you see multiple options, then you have to choose only this option, VMware Virtual S, then hit continue. Now in this it is telling for making this partition in separate files or in one file. It is recommended, you can see it is recommended for new users, for all files in one partition. So we'll put all the files in one partition and it will form only one virtual partition in this, which will be allocated as per the designation the Parrot will give to it. Now I'll press continue, all files in one partition. I am happy with this. I'll continue. Then it is showing this all options. As you can see, this logical one has hashtag 1 primary, third 19.3 GB, and hashtag logic primary, and this is logical 2.1 GB. So this is all are fixed type of allocation which has it has separated out. So we need not focus on this. We'll simply go to this option, finish partition, and write changes in disk. It continue. So it is asking for partition disk, and in this partition disk we have two options, yes or no. We want the partition, and this partition will help this. As you can see, this hashtag 1 and hashtag 2. Hashtag 5 is the reserve one, and it should be made different from the primary allocation. This reserve file hashtag 5 of SCSI1 is only for reserve file, and we should separate this from this. If you don't want to separate, then you can hit no. I want to separate, so I will hit yes. And for new users, if you don't know what is the difference between these all two, then no need to worry, just hit yes. Now we'll continue. Now it is installing the system. Here it will take really long time, and I will see after this is being done. Now after approximately 10 minutes I am back again. After 10 minutes I am seeing this, my installation is complete. Now it is asking for install the grub bootloader on hard disk. So in this, what should you choose? It says that you have to choose yes, because it is a virtual machine and it will perform better in virtual machine. If you are thinking to dual boot your PC, then I have to make another video for that. If you want to see dual booting, please search down below in the comment section, and I'll make a video for dual booting the PC. And here we'll choose for grub bootloader yes, and we'll hit continue. Now it is asking for where to put the bootloader. So here you have to choose this DEVSTA because we have here installed our Parrot Security OS. Enter device only, we don't need to choose, because we are using in this VMware, so no need to see further to this. We have to choose DEV/STA. Hit continue. Now it is installing grub bootloader. So it is now finishing the installation. It will take few minutes, maximum of 5 minutes, and minimum 1 minute or less than that, depending on the processor speed. So we'll if you want to see the next video how to install VMware on Parrot, hit on the description. I will send there the link. Now you can see the installation is complete. Now it is time to run our Parrot Security OS. After 6 minutes I am back again. It took me around 6 minutes to complete the finishing of this installation. Now I am in the login page of the Parrot. I will type my password which I have typed in the installation process. This installation is approximately 30 minutes or 35 minutes. It took me around 30-35 minutes because I have to not make you bored. I have skipped the long installation process. Now here you can see the Parrot is installed without any problem. If you have any problem, then you can contact us by mailing onto our address, or else you can describe on the description section, comment section, or description section, sorry, comment. You can comment whatever you like, actually not whatever. If you have any problem, then you can comment down it below. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and one thing, yes, if you want to see how to install VMware tools on the Parrot, go down in the description. You will see how the link for it, and you can click and see how to install VMware tools on your Parrot. Thank you.